You know, when you use the Bic market markers, you could probably think of a million uses, right? Well, here's one that you may not have thought of. It's called blending. Have you ever thought about blending the Bic market marker colors together? Well, there is a special technique to do that. But let me show you some of the beautiful things that I've created doing just that. Okay, first of all, let's look at some of these papers that I've created. I could make cards and things like that out of them. Look at this one right here, blending so many different colors. I'm not even sure how many colors I used in that pumpkin, probably 4 to 5 colors. And even on this plastic container for the holidays. Blended some colors here, using a variety of colors to create depth and different dimensions. And this cute little vase didn't even really blend the colors together, just kind of softened them a little bit. So I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques in blending with Bic market markers. First of all, you need one special tool, and that is your blending medium. And it's an alcohol blending solution. Okay, you can find it at the craft store. And then you can use different materials, like I've used felt before. There is an actual blending tool. There's also a blending pen, or you can use cotton swabs. You can kind of experiment, but I really found that cotton swabs and felt work the absolute best. Matter of fact, in order to soften up this circle right here, I just used the felt and some of the blending medium. So let's experiment, shall we? First of all, I want to show you some of the papers that I've been working on and some of the different looks that I've been able to get by blending colors together. This is vellum, and if you're into card making or scrapbooking, you've used vellum papers before. I'm telling you, the blending technique works amazing on vellum. Or you could also use it on some coated paper, and that's what I actually made these out of. I used some coated paper, and oh, it just is smooth as silk. So let's talk a little bit about using some colors here. I'm going to use 2 dark colors. This one is called Woodsy Brown and Prairie Berry. So I'm going to create this leaf pattern. This is just an experiment, okay, to show you how the colors blend together. And maybe go in with a little bit of purple. And then maybe go in with a little bit of green, and I'm using the meadow green, and just a little bit. Okay, now to create this effect, I like to use, like I said, the cotton swabs. So I'm going to do that, and if you'll notice that I have a lot of used cotton swabs here. Well, I find that the blending medium, it evaporates fairly quickly, and a little goes a long way. So I'm not going to pour it into a container or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it in its container because it has a nice little spout on the top, and it's perfect for me to just saturate the cotton swab. And it's not dripping down, it's just wet, but it does evaporate very, very quickly. So I might have to go back in and get some more on occasion. But look, when you go in and you just want to use a very light touch, like you're just kind of moving the colors around. Go back in and try and keep your outline there if you can, because that way you have something to work within. But on the inside, you can just move the colors around. And oh, experimenting with some of the different colors and the blending that you get by mixing some of the colors together, absolutely gorgeous. So we'll just go in, just a little swipe like that. I love it. And then what I like to do, while it's still wet, I like to go in and just kind of create the pattern in the leaf. And if you're doing this with a flower, you do the same thing. And again, this paper is not super porous, so it's not absorbing the alcohol. It's really just letting me and allowing me to use it to my advantage. And look how pretty that is. Let me just hold that up for you. Isn't that gorgeous? All the different colors. They didn't get all mixed up and become one yucky color. They are really it's just amazing at how using this technique will allow you to keep the colors and enhance the depth of your project. Okay, so another great idea is I like to create, have my fine tip markers and have my ultra fine tip markers, because then what I like to do is I like to be able to go back in and add, for example, here I might add some of the veins in the leaf. And go back in and do some detail work like that. Okay, so that is one technique. Another technique is creating a new color. So I'm going to use this coated paper here, and let's use two bright colors. I'm going to use these two colors here. This is Fandango Pink and Hot Aqua. So I'm just going to show you on how you can blend two colors together to create a whole new color. And I like to do it this way. I like to do the colors side by side. Now obviously if you have a little more aqua in there, it's going to be a little darker. A little more pink, it's going to be a little more pinky. But you know, we're just experimenting. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to check my swab here. It actually still has a little bit of blending medium on it. So we're going to go in. Oh, no, it's drying out. That's okay. I'm just going to put a little bit more on there. Ooh. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. A lot of depth and a lot of dimension. That's what the blending technique is all about. So by combining colors, or by simply moving the colors around, just moving them to the edge or to the center, blending colors here, moving colors around here. The blending technique is so much fun, and you will find it so versatile on so many different things. So if you want to figure out what you can do with all the Bic Market markers and this new blending technique, well, just log on to their website. That's bicmarket.com for tons more craft projects.